our guideline. It's just setting the tone for the length at the top. And we're just going to work that section all the way from the back of the ground area right to the front. See, each guideline consists of a section of new hair brought into the previous cut section. Work that the whole way to the front of the haircut. Just lifting it directionally straight up. Fringe over direct back slightly, and that just creates an extra bit of length and keeps that front section just that fraction longer. All I'm doing now is working towards the back again, just cross checking that everything's a uniform length, keeping them corners, just going through the opposite way that I've cut the hair and just cross checking, making sure that I've not left any bits out. Taking the indents off where I've cut close to my fingers. Once that's now all created in uniform, then I'm going to go through that top section, the guideline running right from the crown up the middle of the head towards the fringe, and we're going to cut that about an inch shorter. That gives the hair the opportunity to fold in on itself when it's up like mohawk. The middle shade, the middle part being that wee fraction shorter, so you don't have this big long stringy bit when it comes to the mohawk bit up the way. This section will be about an inch wide, so I'm just adding an extra bit of hair into it, just to make it a bit thicker, and I'm just gently point cutting that, just to keep it soft, tying in with the haircut. From the top of the crown to the nape of the neck, we're going to take our guideline down, we're going to point cut up the way, and that's going to create longer and shorter, choppier bits, creating a bit of texture. And we're just going to follow that around the shape of the head towards the bottom, where we're going to leave a lot of extra length, and that's going to be our more of a mullet approach. You want to follow that round in orange segment sections around the head. Once again, just following the shape of the head, and then once we come to the bottom, just leave that length out separate. Do that on both sides. Once that's been done, then we're going to take our texturizing razor with a guard on it, and we're going to go through the exact same sections as before, starting at the roots and working our way down. What this is basically doing is texturizing every piece of hair from the root outwards. We're being quite gentle in order not to cut too much hair off. But basically what that's doing is creating a lot more uneven but more broken up texture, and that's going to give us our nice wispy sort of textured feel to the haircut. Also removing a lot of thickness, especially with natural grey hair. The texture and density is a lot thicker, so being able to come in with the texturizing razor really just helps to break that up and shatter out the hair. continue that on both sides, working evenly, paying close attention not to go over the same piece twice, because that will leave it thinner than every other piece and will also make it quite clumpy towards the root. Once that has been done, we want to take our texturizing razor and go through with very fine sections through the top of the head, working almost organically with the shape of the head to take out more weight and texture where it's needed, using the mirror and the feel of the hair to dictate on whether we need to take more off or leave it. Guideline in with our clippers. We're just doing a very simple number 1, which is 3mm. We're going to bring that up. Once we've shaved all the hair under the guideline of the number 1, we're going to go up to a 1.5, bring that up about a centimetre higher, and then we're going to go back down to a 1, and we're just going to gently flick the hair out, and that will give us more of a faded look. Once that's completed, then we're just going to take off that top section with a gentle bit of scissor over comb. Once the sides have been shaved and faded through, just go through and with the comb, just scissor over comb any light wee fine hairs, especially in the blend or the disconnect where it comes from really quite short and long hair, and just work around that. shaped. All we're doing now is we are point cutting and going through the haircut, looking at the outline, the shape, the texture, the thickness and the density of it. Basically thinning out and texturizing areas that need a bit more weight out of them. Just continue to look in the mirror and make sure that we don't miss anything, but more importantly that we've seen it visually come together. The length of the haircut, and once that's done then we're going to go through with our very small trimmers and we're just going to go around the hairline above the ear, making sure that all the wee fine hairs are all tidied up, things look a bit more uniformed, and we just taper it down, just making sure that everything is neat and tidy. For styling, we used a bit of grooming clay and matte paste, which is one of our own products, basically just to create a nice bit of definition and texture to the haircut. You'll see my son coming into frame. But by that, I hope you like it. If there's any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I hope to see you again for another video. If there's anything you can think I can improve on, please let me know.